We're about 15 minutes before the top of the hour, still waiting on our buddy JD to do this Iowa-Tennessee connection thing that we do every week. I know he had another appointment this morning, which is why we were pushing our time back to do this a little bit later than we even normally do, because he had one of his nutty secret meetings going on this morning. So he was going to try and wrap that up as soon as he possibly could to get on here to the Iowa-Tennessee connection. So I will hopefully be popping on here in a couple of seconds, and we can make this thing happen. Derail the morning train like we always do. Until then, well, I'm going to hang right here. We're on the video stream, of course, at our Facebook page, Iowa's Favorite Country, K97 on Facebook. And, of course, we're on all of our audio streams. We are everywhere, in case you didn't know that. We're on our website, yourfortdodge.com. We're on the free iHeartRadio app. We're on the free TuneIn radio app. We're on the free Odyssey radio app. We are just everywhere. Not to mention, of course, good old standard radio broadcasting through the airwaves right here in Iowa's Favorite Country, K97. So, yeah, fantastic. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the comment since I got one already. From my hey, Adam, good morning to you, man. Good to see you pop on. Waiting on JD to get here, and Lord only knows what has happened to him. Excuse me. He's either still caught up in his meeting from this morning, or it's another one where he's trying to get bailed out. One of the two. Well, there he is. There he is.
There's your bail money.
Look, there it is. You can find bail money came through, man. It happened. What's going on, my brother?
Buddy, how's it going?
Going well. Look at that hair, man.
I know.
You look like you rode on the back of my motorcycle from Iowa to Tennessee.
I told somebody the other day I look like I'm doing 60 and a 45.
You are a hillbilly rock star out of control. You know that?
Out of control. Hey, speaking of out of control, I want to come do like a pre-Denim Fest thing and help get corn on the state flag in Iowa. How do I do that?
Well, you just come up here. We'll take you down to the state capitol. We'll drop you on the front door and we'll leave you.
You know about this, right? The corn being on the flag?
I have not heard this. Is this a new thing that's being thrown around?
Oh, it's a petition in Iowa. Yeah, they're trying to get corn on the state flag.
Is that right? I haven't heard this.
Yeah. I thought they were saying corn with a C, so it perked my interest, but it actually is corn on the state flag.
Well, that's interesting considering that Slipknot is an Iowa band. I don't think they would appreciate corn on the flag very much at all.
Corn with a K.
Well, slip corn. Let's go that way. We'll make that happen.
Slip corn. Hey, check this out.
Wow, man, I like that. I can't do that because mine's attached to my computer, so I can't do it that way.
Yeah, it's a helm.
Dude, that looks like you're like flying, like you literally are in an airplane, and you are piloting the airplane.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to land.
Look at that. Yeah, take a hard left. Take a hard left.
Yeah,
that's right. That's okay. That'll work.
Okay, sorry. It's my left.
Take a hard left, right.
What's going on? What's happening?
Well, you know what? I want to talk about Valentine's Day with you in a couple of seconds here, all right? Because you are the only guy I know that is giving advice on how to dump your date for Valentine.
Yeah.
And I think that's very big of you, because then, Valentine's Day gets a little costly, and if you don't want to do it, here's the way to dump your date. You got that down to a science. I know you've spent hours and hours researching on the proper way to do this, so I want to talk about that in a couple of seconds. But I gotta ask you, man, have you been following the Winter Olympics?
Man, I tried to watch them, and I said this to somebody the other day. It's like, do they just seem like a bunch of nothing this year? Am I the only one that just thinks the Olympics are just this year?
Well, here's the thing. Let's go back to the origin of this year's Olympics. Now, this shows you, in my opinion anyway, maybe it's my messed up mind, but this shows you, in my opinion, how screwed up the thinking of our world is. Where are we having the Winter Olympics? Oh, that's right. In the country that created the biggest, deadliest world pandemic in the history of the planet. But let's go ahead and place all of our Olympic athletes from all over the world in that one country. That makes a lot of sense.
The wrong people are driving the ship there, and this is a case in point. It's like, why would you do that? I mean, they already won at the best corona or best virus award. Let's just give them a bunch of rings for that. Why are we there?
Right. Let's put that on the Iowa flag with a K.
Yeah. Olympics.
Right. So last night I'm watching the Luge. Have you seen the Luge competition before?
Is that where they scratch the ice and they roll around? It's like a big thing of shuffleboard.
What's that called? Because I was going to watch it. I thought, man, that just looks boring. I'm not going to watch that. The Luges were on that. They're on that sled about the size of two plates put together, and you got one literally almost laying on top of the other guy, right? They whip themselves out of the gate.
Is there a Jamaican team doing it too this time?
Yeah, always, man. John Candy, they brought him back from the Great Beyond. He's in that. He's
I haven't seen it, but I'm a huge Luger. See what I did there?
Well, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. These things go like 80 miles an hour, right? Mm-hmm. And you've got this guy on the front whose feet are dangling off this little tiny luge sled. And I'm watching this last night, I'm thinking, man, that reminds me of when I was a kid and I would have like my neighborhood buddy on my handlebars on my bike.
Yeah.
And if he put his feet down wrong, he'd like flip us both, which happened many times.
Yeah.
How these guys are going 80 miles an hour. This guy's got his toesies hanging off here, his legs hanging off, and how they don't flip and crash is beyond me.
Leads me to another question. Who came up with that as an Olympic sport? I'll tell you what we used to do as kids. I don't know if you ever did this. We didn't grow up by a body of water in Ohio, right? A big body. So one time we decided we wanted to go wakeboarding or surfboarding. So we took the old, like a 1960s refrigerator door and hooked a log chain to it on the front, strapped that to the back of a 1971 Chevy. And if we went fast enough through the weeds in the field doing donuts, it was like you were surfing.
Right.
And that's what we did. And that worked out pretty good until, Mom and Dad caught on to what was going on and saw us whipping by at about 60 miles an hour. And they're like, no, you can't ride a refrigerator door around the field behind a Chevy. But we did. But that didn't become an Olympic sport. That's the kind of stuff that I think should be Olympic sports.
Absolutely. See, well, we do it a little different up here in Iowa. We wait until there's stuff in the fields, and the fields have been cleared a little bit, but there's still partial stalks in the field and so forth. And we have people that take old couches, hook a chain to them, put them behind a pickup truck, and go couch surfing.
Yeah, that needs to replace the luge thingy.
I agree. Let's make couch surfing an Olympic sport. Let's see how Beijing handles that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bite my tongue on that deal. Wow. Talk about yin and twang.
Right? And Yen and his buddy, yeah. Hey man, let's talk about dumping your date at Valentine's Day. This Valentine's Day is Tuesday of next week.
Tuesday next week, yep.
And it's it's a special time for lovers and those that have a significant other and so forth. But there's people that are kind of roped into it. Let's be honest.
Well, the biggest breakup time, and I've done some research on this, is between Christmas and Valentine's Day. That's when everyone breaks up with everybody.
Is that right?
Yeah, and a lot of theories are, you're with the holidays, you're over the winter, you're not out doing summer stuff, so you're bored or you're tired of your significant other. So all the breakups happen between Christmas and Valentine's Day. And then somebody else said, well, one of the reasons is you don't have to spend all that money on Valentine's Day because, you spend your money on Christmas. So, yeah, this is the breakup season. It's like there's, deer season, turkey season, and breakup season. And we're I almost said, we're basically knee deep in breakup season.
So, Dr. Denim, as we discuss this, what is the best way to handle a situation of breakup without too many feathers being ruffled, too many feelings being hurt, too many people winding up in jail because of the way they handled the breakup, that kind of thing?
Well, you know how there's like a mediator. When things get heated, like in a court case or something, it's the same thing. If you can't tell your significant other it's over, find someone else to do it for you. Can you imagine if for example, you're, in a situation you couldn't get out of and your significant other was just like not buying it. You couldn't bring yourself to say anything. And, she got a phone call from me and be like, hey, listen, Darren's no longer yours. Okay. So go find your own box of chocolates, that kind of thing.
Right.
And she'd call you and be like, Darren, and you put her to like voicemail, dodge your calls, dodge and duck and let Denim do the dumping.
Do the tweak, right? Exactly.
Yeah, and you'd be like, I don't know. Yeah, talk to Denim, and they'll be like, hey, I got a bone to pick. I'm like, look, it's not between me and you, it's between you and him, but he's out of the picture, so I've got this. So it's just like a mediator for dumping, you know.
So if you're looking to watch the homicide rate in your area go up, this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, you know, and I'm incognito. You know, I'll put on a fake beard and some Groucho Marx glasses at the Walgreens, and no one will really know, you know.
Absolutely not. No one would have any clue that you're doing this.
Doing the dumping.
The person that you're calling to do the dumping to, they're really going to appreciate the lack of respect, and yeah, they're going to love that.
Yeah, but later they'll probably thank me and be like, you know what, Denim, you were right for the dumping. Darren wasn't right for me, and thank you. You know, I'll probably get a thanks out of the deal at some point.
Oh,
probably not immediately. Probably not immediately, but at some point they're like, you know what, thank you.
You know how many people of the female sex are out there going, oh yeah, Darren definitely wasn't right for me. I mean, this is nothing new, man. It's not a new phrase.
So maybe that's the call-in or the messaging today from all the listeners. It's like, look, think about the relationship that someone said, hey, you know, you probably should just duck out the back on that deal. You know, how many times were they right? You know? Did you ever have somebody going, Darren, this really isn't right for you. You should probably start the truck and leave right now. Don't even pay the bar tab. Just get out of here. And you're like, no, I'm going to stick around. And you're like, man, if I just would have listened to that. That ever happened?
I'm counting in my head, brother. I'm not quite to the top of the number yet.
I see people from the out. Sometimes you get, you know, it's like if you can't see the forest for the bush or the trees or however they say it. You know what I mean? If you're too close to the bush, you can't sometimes see the tree or limb or something. You know.
I gotta step up here and say, folks, I had absolutely zero to do with this idea and this concept. So if you want to have your denim or your date dumped by Denim, he's available and he'll get that taken care of for you.
Just send over the phone numbers. I don't really need a brief description of what's going on. I'm just like, hey, Clarissa said, Jerry, you need to go fly a kite. Just get your kite, get the heck out of here, Jerry. You know, I don't care about the details. You know, I'm just
done and done.
I mean, because I'm thinking I got a lot of dumping to get to. You know.
Well, okay. Now we need to kind of preface this by saying this may not count if you are in a legally binding marriage because you're still stuck. You got to go home eventually.
Well, I don't have time to do all the paperwork as well. I don't normally stick around for the paperwork. I'm just saying, you know, a couple songs, you know, I can help it out. Just soften the blow with a couple songs. Like, listen to the words of this song. This is you and me. Bye-bye now. That kind of thing.
I'm just sitting here shaking my head. You know, I mean, who else could butcher a holiday? But he's doing it. He's doing it.
Think about statistically, Darren. I mean, statistically, look at it. You know, that's the thing.
That's a valid point.
You know what the leading cause of divorce is?
Marriage.
Yeah. So we've got that down. But I'm just chocolate. Chocolate's the other thing. You know, too much chocolate going around.
Marriage and chocolate, the leading causes of divorce. That's exactly what it is. So,
but I'd love to hear from the listeners and just think if this is a service that, you know, could be viable for them. Be like, man, I really wish that someone would help me with this.
Brother, we're getting comments already. Let's check them out. Good morning from Adam Grimm. I already said good morning to him before you popped on, but good morning again, Adam. Good to have you, brother.
Hello, Adam.
Kim Barely, hope you're having a great morning. Hope you are too, Kim Barely. Good to see you on again. Fantastic.
I think they're not listening to our content.
Philip says, Paul Dietrich loves your show. Hey, thanks, Paul. And thanks, Philip, for letting us know that. That's awesome, man. Absolutely outstandingly awesome. Kitty says, good morning to you too. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, Kitty. Great. Stumpy, home of the Joe Denim Pizza and the Morning Train Burger. There it is. Good morning, Joe. And he got the names in the right order. Good morning, Stumpy. Kimberly, Joe, it's actually corn, not whiskey.
Yeah, they're trying to get corn on the flag. It's a big thing up in Iowa right now.
Corn with a K.
Yeah.
The kids in LA would tea, says Amanda, says A1. What would they tea?
What does that even mean?
Kids in LA would tea.
I don't know what that means. I think she's hitting one of those free crack pipes you can get from the government now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she corrected it. Another comment down. Austina, I love that name. Austina says, or sleds behind snowmobiles. Yes, see? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Austina's got it. Where's Austina been? That's a new one to the family. Hi, Austina.
Fantastic.
What's your deal?
Yeah, good idea on the Olympics, too. A1 says, trying again. The kids in LA would take their boogie boards and slide down the sand hills and on the beach in the winter. See, there you go.
Same thing. Should be a thing,
Right. Take that to Beijing.
Yeah.
Sarah, good morning, guys. Darren, I have seen some Luge sleds crash before. Have a good day, Ron, and I love you guys. Love you guys, too. Appreciate that. Yeah, I almost saw one last night. There was one Luge team. I think they were from, I think it might have been the United States, actually. They were rocking just like JD is right now, and they went up too high. You are losing. You are losing. Only your hair's not flying back enough, man. It needs to get back even further.
60 and a 45 hairdo. That's what I said. Make it look like that.
Again, Anad Mackay, Sister 19, LOL online.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we
I think
concur.
that's Beijing. That's Beijing typing it.
That's the Luge report from Beijing right there. There it is.
We're gonna get that rosary stone and figure out some Beijingian, if that's a thing.
So, let's get some Beijingian going because we need to understand what's up. We need to understand why we're in Beijinging anyway for the Olympics.
Well, because they got the gangbang chicken over there, and that's what I always get down at Hufang Poop. when I'm getting Chinese food.
That sounds absolutely delicious, actually.
Yeah, it's got that yum sauce. Anyway, nobody said anything about Valentine's Day.
Nobody hasn't commented. Would this be a valid service or not? Well, that's okay. We'll keep them going anyway.
I'm just gonna write songs about it then. You know what? Maybe that's just my calling. I'll write the songs and you use them for what you want.
You do it, Barry Manilow. You write the songs. And
Barry Manilow. Oh man.
Okay, not to get off on a topic of Barry Manilow, but let's take a minute and do that anyway. Barry Manilow is a great artist. He really is. I mean, you can say what you want about him, meaning the listeners and viewers. Say what you want about him, but Barry Manilow had some great hits.
Fantastic hits. Legendary, iconic hits.
Great songwriter.
When was the last time we had a Barry Manilow?
Good question.
Ed Sheeran? I think not.
Right? Not even close. No, we haven't had a Barry Manilow since Barry Manilow.
Yeah, that's my point. They just don't make them like Barry anymore. Maybe that's my new song. They don't make berries like Barry. They don't make berries like Barry anymore. And the hook would be, and that's nuts. Thank you.
There it is, from Beijing, right there.
from Beijing, from your house to ours. They don't make berry like berries anymore, and that's nuts. Amen.
Looking forward to that, man. You get on that, get writing that, get recording that. We expect that in the next couple of weeks, right here on this Iowa Tennessee connection thing.
I'm gonna record that and send it to you. It'll be just me and a guitar, probably. They don't make berries like Barry anymore, and that's nuts.
And that's from Beijing, right? That's like, brother, I know you got another meeting to get to. We're gonna let you ride on out of here. So go ahead and tip your scale, tip your flight there, and head left.
Yeah.
You're heading right again.
That's your left. Well, that's my left.
Yeah, we're on the same side here. Your left is my left.
I think since I'm in Beijing, it's backwards,
Right. Well, you should be flying from the back of the plane then. That's how it should be working.
So I'm going to cancel my denim dumping order T-shirts. Apparently no one wants me to do dumping for them. That's fine. That's fine. But that changes.
That's why the divorce rate in Iowa is higher than most other states in the country. But, hey, don't let that throw you at all.
Corn makes whiskey.
Because with a K. Yes, it does. Brother, have a fantastic.
I want to hear a Barry Manilow song.
I will throw in. I should. It's not my request Wednesday, but I should throw in a good Barry tune. You know what?
Wait, it's not Wednesday.
It's not my request Wednesday. That was yesterday.
Okay, well, I really got to go then because I'm a day off.
We will chat at you next week, my man.
I'll see you next Thursday.
Love you, brother.
See you. Love you. Bye.
See you, buddy. Oh yes, our Iowa Tennessee connection, Joe Denim. There it goes. So his service, obviously not really welcome, but it's okay. What else is new? Most of the things he and I do are not really welcome. We're going to roll into the 9 o'clock time. You stay right here on the best ride of the day, the morning train only on K97.